You've probably heard about making sure you get adequate protein intake when you're training, but what does this mean? What does it do? And where can you get it from? Protein is one of the 3 macronutrients that we need to survive, the other 2 being carbohydrates and fat. Protein is arguably the most essential macronutrient as it plays a crucial role in cell development and repair. Adequate protein intake is crucial when engaging in resistance training as it is key in maintaining and growing muscle mass. If you're in a calorie deficit, it's even more important that you consume adequate protein as this will help you preserve your muscle mass as you drop body fat. Protein is also quite satiating, meaning it helps you feel fuller for longer. It also has a higher thermic effect than the other nutrients, meaning it requires more energy to digest and absorb than either carbohydrates or fats. So how do you know if you're getting adequate protein? As a guideline, your protein intake should be about 2 to 2.5 times your body weight in grams. So if you weigh 70 kilos, then your protein intake should be anywhere between 140 and 175 grams per day. Whether you choose the higher or lower end of that range will depend on your training goals, your muscle mass, your overall calorie intake, and the resources that you have access to. It's also important to note that grams of protein doesn't refer to the total weight of a protein-rich food. It refers to the actual protein content of those foods. For example, 100 grams of chicken does not equal 100 grams of protein. There's approximately 20 grams of protein per 100 grams of raw chicken breast. Which leads to another question. Should you calculate the protein in foods when it's raw or when it's cooked? It doesn't really matter either way, as long as you know approximately how much protein you're eating. So 100 grams of raw chicken cooks down to about 75 grams, so both amounts would have 20 grams of protein. However, 100 grams of cooked chicken breast has about 30 grams of protein. It's not a huge difference, but it is helpful to be aware that there is one. Other than chicken, what foods are rich in protein? The most common ones are meat, especially lean meat, which has a higher protein to fat ratio, protein powder, and eggs. There's also egg whites, seafood, low-fat dairy, and tofu, which are all good sources of protein. There's protein in a variety of sources, and if you eat a varied diet, then you will likely be able to hit your protein requirements through eating whole foods. However, if you can't, it's okay to supplement with protein powder. Protein powder is an easy and convenient way to boost your protein intake if you're struggling to get it from foods or if you are vegetarian or vegan and aren't able to get it through other sources.